Hello. Right. No intro. Because I'm kind of running late for Commodore Kalani's lesson. Which will probably be cancelled. No, it shouldn't be. It's his last day today. Hope you had a good weekend anyway. Obviously wasn't playing yesterday. Saw some of the stuff going on. Gonna lurking in Ven's stream. Really? Someone run into the lesson. So the leg. So it looks like they got the mod pack to bake, I think, by the post on the Discord. DSRP Discord. Aha.
Somebody who puts the crew in front of themselves, before themselves, I should say. Somebody who is shown leadership.
Okay. Landsmate in the back who Commodore Smythe just is walking by right now. I don't believe we've met yet. What do you think a commanding officer is?
Commanding officer would be the, one in charge if the captain or the one in, captain in charge goes down and is there for his crew, always.
Alright, listen up everybody.
All of these answers are correct and many more. Is the blood and soul of their crew. They are the ones that take responsibility, whether it's good or bad. They are there to facilitate. They are there to inspire. They are there to lead. They are there to train. They are there to build morale. They are there to train their replacements. They are there to bring unity. They're there for the civilians. They are there for everyone in the Navy. They are there to put their crew first. A lot of people come into this Navy with aspirations to be a captain. They think becoming a captain means, oh, I get my own ship. I can go out and do what I want. That is the furthest from the truth. I tell many people coming up that these coats are heavy. Not just with the material, not just with the metal of the epaulets, but with responsibility. Because if something goes wrong, as we say, shit rolls downhill. We are the first ones operations come down to, and the first ones that have to take that. And we protect our crew so they don't get yelled at. And we have to make these hard choices as well when we're out at sea. We have to think quick, because if we make a wrong decision, many lives are at jeopardy. Correct me if I'm wrong, Commodore Smythe.
Nope. Agree. Absolutely.
Commodore Smythe has been with the Navy a long time, as well as Ensign Civil Meadows. I would also like their input on this. This is an open forum. I did post that selected COs will be giving. They did not expect to be speaking, but haha, guess what?
I'll keep it short and I'll keep it brief, and because it's something I've said, and you may recall back when I told you as a lieutenant. The big difference: sailing a ship is easy. It's remarkably easy. Sailing a ship in combat, barely much harder. But none of that makes a captain. All of that makes a helmsman. A captain is someone who can lead his people like he leads his ship. Someone who can steer motivation like they steer their sails. Someone who can calm a turbulent crew, whether the boat is on fire or sinking. Like the wind calming the seas with a simple word, the glance. Because it is a commanding officer. It is not a captain. It's not an enlisted. It's not a cadet, and it's not the admiral. But it is what adds the commanding presence. It's the ability to move hearts as you would move a physical object in front of you.
All commanding officers have their own style. We'll take recently retired Captain Flemington. His style is one of the most unique styles this Navy has ever seen. Pure chaos. Many thought it would not work. Fun as hell to be around. Hell, his ships drove shipwrights and bosuns crazy, but they worked. Definitely not everybody's taste, I'll admit. I probably would never be in his house. But his crew loved him. His diplomacy, top notch. Captain Wallace, very effective. Very skilled in combat, very good with words. Captain Rex, a little bit of a psychopath. I've had great fun tandeming with her at the 48. We gave a galleon hell. Damn near sank that damn thing. You have to build yourself up and find yourself as a commanding officer. Myself, I'm not a man of many words. I don't do a lot of filler talk when I'm helming, but I'm very effective. Commodore Smythe, what words would you give to somebody on what a commanding officer is?
Stoic silence. It's good.
Sorry, clear my throat. Can you hear me now?
And that's the thing about being a commanding officer. Command
What
so much
words?
presence.
Yep, that's a strong commanding officer right there. I mean, we were all just waiting for it.
Start again. So, yeah, try not to repeat what's been said. Obviously, didn't catch at the beginning what you said, Commodore Kalani. I don't think I missed too much. But ultimately, commanding officer, all commanding officers should follow the same line in regards to their conduct as an officer and a CO. But there's also always a, let's say, a plus or 10 or plus or minus 10 percent swing either way, and that's what gives each CO their own personality, their own way that they do things, as you've just explained. You know, the COs and captains and lieutenants and ensigns are all different, but they should all adopt the same core, as it were, that such as these lessons that unfortunately haven't been done this deployment, but have been done in previous deployments, help to instill within the CO COs within Navy. I'm just kind of curious to people here. There's a large selection of ranks and experience. So I'm just more curious as to whether there's any questions or anything that you may have in regards to the COs. Is there any observations that you want to share with us? Any questions that you're not sure about? Because I feel that's important.
This is open format. Yes, this is an open format class, so please ask away.
Not a question, more of a statement. I've been with His Majesty's Royal Navy for 3 deployments. I have seen what a good CO does and can do and can rally their crew. I've also seen CO break under the pressure, causing not only the rest of us on the ship to lose faith, but seeing that the people we're fighting against at the time capitalize on that, causing people to get injured. Be the better person. Be that CO that we all look to pull us together in those.
Yep. Just while everyone else is having a think as well, just going back to the point you made, Commodore, I think earlier, I think people get confused with what a CO is. They say it's not kind of a chase up to captain and get a ship and a house. You know, that's kind of a bonus, I suppose, of being in that rank. But what people tend to forget is the higher you go, the more responsibility you get, but also, inverted commas, the lonelier it gets. Now, what I mean by that is that you start to have to take responsibilities where you need to pull yourself away from being kind of part of the crew up to a point, because you have to then start to lead and take those decisions that you may or may not, your crew may or may not like. And regardless of what their opinions are, you need to stick by what you say. A lot of people feel that you can just kind of go through up to the senior ranks and keep going, and you know, you've got the time there to interact like you used to do as an ensign or a lieutenant, and you don't. You have more responsibilities that take you away from that group circle. It doesn't mean to say you're not part of it anymore. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is the mentality of a senior officer, certainly past kind of a senior lieutenant stroke captain upwards, and that includes going up to high command, admiralty level. It's a different way from what you'd be used to coming through from the ranks. So I think that's something that people need to remember as well. It's not all glitz and glamour at the top, but it is a lot more work responsibility to do it properly. And if you don't do it properly, then the whole Navy suffers in that respect. So yeah, that's just another point to remember.
Aye. From my own experience, and Master Hubbardoo can say this, Captain is a very lonely rank. You get pulled away, as Commodore Smythe was saying. It's a lot of paperwork, managing times. Lieutenant Staines, I see you sitting back there in the back.
Where's
What is your
where's he
experience
sitting?
as lieutenant right now?
Sorry, I was just reflecting on what Commodore Smythe was saying.
Instance of emitters. Can I speak?
Also, people probably you need to shuffle your feet. So you don't fall asleep.
Yes, yeah, shuffle about. Shuffle about. I don't want
Nobody's-
to fall asleep in the middle of this.
Make sure you take a good 6 steps.
It's all good. I didn't want to interrupt
Also,
the
watch the
class.
fires.
Run across like
Yeah,
6
he was
ceilings.
about to ring the- Go to said bills.
Oh, of course. I will inform them. Thank you.
Of course.
Oh, question.
Admiral is
Come out front
awake.
with me. Oh, okay.
Sorry. Carry on.
Yep.
Uh, my personal experience, I think, is very different from a lot of other COs. Being the circumstances under which I ended up on this path, which I in fact never wanted, but it just happened to be the way that was needed. I tend to find it's very easy to doubt yourself and wonder if you're doing the right thing still at this time. It's I do find there's a lot of times you spend questioning yourself. Again, the lonely comment does echo. I just think it's important to remember that you're not alone, and you're not necessarily bearing the weight of the world on your shoulders. As much as you are there to lift your crew, the crew does the same for you. They put you in the position that you're in, and they drive you to be the best you can be. That's about my experience.
Hi. That is true. You are to rely on your crew. Now, Ensign Rikerson, what is your perspective from an ensign?
Well, it's definitely a big step forward from being a sailor to, taking that commission and being trusted within ops. And now having to build the trust with not only your house, but other sailors within His Majesty's Royal Navy. It's definitely taking, time to get used to as you take on new responsibilities and more responsibilities in a different manner. It's different from the amount of paperwork now that I get and, becoming a CO and taking the steps, into becoming, potentially captain and lieutenant. As an ensign, I've learned that, it's the first steps as a commanding officer to where I get a lot more responsibility put on me from my captain and from my house as well. Not only from, being on a vessel, but also administrative side of things in a house as well. It's like they're both commodores and the lieutenant has said. It's very much different. Those of you who are, interested in going the CO path as well, you will learn that there is a lot more that goes on behind the scenes of what you really don't think and know what really goes on. You do get taken away from a lot of things that, you got to do as a sailor. But those things you get to learn are important, and it becomes the responsibility that you take as a CO.
I remember our conversation from the other night about the weight and the daggers.
Yep.
And you're starting to see it.
Yep.
So there's another thing about the coat that I definitely tell all fresh commanding officers. And I will say it here to all prospects or those looking to go that path. And unless there's any other questions, which we will answer. This coat is not only heavy with material, weight, and responsibility, it also comes with daggers sewn in the back. And what I mean by that is you will always have somebody thinking they can do your job better than you can. You will always have critics, always somebody questioning an order you have made. And you have to think to yourself, can you live with somebody always questioning you? Because believe me, that is very heavy. And it can weigh on you. It has broken quite a few. Because there's always that doubt in the back of your mind. It hurts. It really does. Some of us have in this room have experienced it. Not to bring a dampener on everything, but I do have to put that out there to prepare those that want to go this path. So, are there any questions regarding the CO path that we have not answered?
Are there any particular time commitments necessary for CO? I know is higher than a sailor. Or talking like, is there any sort of just set minimum amount of time you have to be, spending, getting stuff done?
You need to be around. Kind of so the way it is kind of put out is operations will, ask for your time of availability, and you give that, and decisions are kind of made on that. Kind of like what your standard patrol, like what would your standard patrol look like, your time of wake. Good time frame. A couple hours. Couple days a week.
All right.
It's not like a everyday commitment type. Because hell, even during the week, I'm not normally awake every day. People have, nightmares and things of that nature.
I understand.
Some people are awake every day because they're, just absolutely crazy. But I mean, take a breather.
Yeah, some people just don't want to sleep. But I'll just gauge it on the basis of the higher you go, the more I wouldn't say strict, but the more committed you need to be to the role, and the less flexibility. You reach that rank of captain, that means you get a ship. It then means you're accountable for that ship to be on patrol, and patrols are generally 2 to 3 hours. And plus, you have all the administration around that, making sure your ship's serviceable, make sure your crew should be trained, because that is down to the COs of the ship, of the house. Training, I think that's something that we could have looked at. Unfortunately, Commodore has to depart back to London, but it's certainly something that hasn't changed.
This academy will still be up and running.
Yeah.
Did you get that letter I sent you?
I've not seen any letters. I just woke up and came straight here. Didn't want to be late.
Okay.
So
it's in the Dropbox. So I will announce it here. The academy will be under Master Huppaduke and Ensign Silver Meadows.
Yeah. So
the academy will still be going.
Yeah. But yeah, just to finish off what I was saying. So yeah, that flexibility at Ensign isn't as much, or is far greater than it will be when you reach the rank of captain, where there will be a specific requirement for you to be available for set periods of your choosing, of course, but it will be for a set period to allow those patrols to go out, etc. So that's obviously something else to bear in mind. The other thing to bear in mind as well is that if you do go on a CO path, you do not have to go for captain. Every captain needs an equally good or better lieutenant. So trying to push forward to say, I want to be captain, that's not the case. It's, we do lack, in some cases, having good lieutenants on a consistent basis because they're always pushing to go forward for that captaincy. And so that's something else to remember, everybody. You're not forced to go all the way to the top in that regard.
I will say
is looked at as the best rank.
Well, I will say, I want to go down that path, but yeah, I don't even have Captain on the mind at the moment. Just gotta get on that path first, and then see where I want to go from there.
That's it.
It's not a bad goal. Okay, what else?
I have a question, Z's.
Okay.
Can I stay landsmates and just fix boats?
What about Sailor Third?
Oh, I can.
I mean, if you
Okay.
want to stay landsmate, I mean, that's perfectly fine. But you know, Sailor Third. Why don't you do Sailor Third for me?
I wills.
Thank you.
It's better.
In Silver Meadows will write me while I'm in recovery in London and let me know. I appreciate that, Jonesy.
I promise.
Thank you.
Longest serving landsmate.
What else? I have a motto: closed mouths don't get fed. So come on, speak up.
I think it's a matter of not knowing what questions to ask it because I don't know what I don't know just yet. But it's this whole thing is going to be a big learning journey. So I think once we set our feet on the path, we'll have more questions to ask as we walk down that path.
Fair point. Okay. And we had another one?
Yes, sir. How do you deal with the guilt when you screw up with so many people depending on you?
How do I deal with it? I go out and kill a bunch of wild animals. Throwing knives.
I should try doing that.
Yeah, that's about the way it goes.
What's
Better than drinking.
What's a good characteristics for a good CO?
Level-headed, able to take criticism, willing to learn. Willing to learn is a big thing. So even I'm still learning. I try to learn something new every day. Because when I was at the academy back in London, there was a gentleman, I'm going to say he was about 85 years old. And he was in a class for ship design. And I asked him, I was like, why are you here? You know, you could be retired, you know, living your best life. And he gave me something else I use every day. He said, son, if you're not learning, you're dying. And that hit really hard for some reason.
Because it's true.
So I've kept that in my pocket. Normally that would be over my office door, but seeing as, you know, this building just got recently built in St. Clair, you did an amazing job. St. Clair did all of this decorating.
It's the whole building is not finished. I'm still working on
I know
the
you.
smaller classrooms.
I know, but all credit goes to St. Clair on this. I'm still giving you the credit because I'm sailing out today. Damn it.
It's beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
But still, that would be still. I mean, if you could put that sign over my door, I'd appreciate it at some point. Even though I'm not going to be here. Also, the mascot's a vulture. Still putting that out there.
Oh dear God.
Yeah. Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
What?
You're gonna bring Vice Admiral Webster into the building.
It's not just Webster that loves vultures, okay? Anyways. Somebody willing to learn, somebody that has a level head that can learn how to make quick decisions and own those decisions. Not afraid to take criticism because you're going to get it from operations, admiralty. You're going to get it from everywhere. Know how to slowly at first take pressure. You can ease into it. It's going to be hard starting out.
Oh, I was supposed to tell you not to ignore these.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll
We're-
merge
we're-
your
That's what the
conversation.
secretary came up to inform us to not eat these.
Thank you.
Okay. So, but as long as you're trainable and you are not willing to give up, you can go this path and willing to adapt. Anybody can be trained, and we can see if you are good for this path. You just have to prove how much you really want it. You can ask Ensign Silver Meadows. He was my captain. He's the one that got me on this path, and it was literally a sale to a trade fair. He asked, "Does anybody want to go the CO path? Come take the helm." He didn't even know my name. It was a schooner. We were heading into Spanish. All I did was turn the schooner and turn the sails, and he asked my name. And the rest is history.
That's the
Also-
only thing I want to add to whatever your answer is. The big thing about a CO, and it may sound common sense, but it is rarer than you'll find when you start looking at it. A CO should want others to succeed more than themselves. You are a commanding officer. You are a guiding force. You exist to bring people to your level and throw them past you. You should only look into others' bowls to see if they have enough, not if they have more than you. Some COs will do that. They will get the code, and they will nitpick those below them. They will break them down. They will correct other sailors under the guise of education. Do not be one of those.
And if you do dress somebody down, you build them right back up.
Never criticize in public and apologize in private. And that's all I have for it.
Okay, what else we got?
And I did have an answer to Ivan's question from earlier
Okay.
about how you deal with the guilt. Because I fucked up before. And the way I deal with it, I'm not a CO, but I analyze what I did wrong. You know, just take responsibility for it, and most importantly, learn from it. Make sure I don't make that mistake again.
Oh yeah,
The mistake
well,
was.
I mean,
the mistake was
sorry,
done.
I thought that was a given.
Can't undo it. Can only learn from
Mhm.
it. It's only
Well, you have to
a
own.
genuine mistake if you just leave it there and don't learn anything from it.
Own your mistakes.
It's like your 24-hour rule.
Oh yes, that's another rule. 24 hours to get over things. Don't harp on it. Let it go.
It's good rule. I like this.
Excuse me.
If you sit there and you stew over it and you keep stewing over it, it's going to bottle up and you will explode. It's not good. People just stew on things and it's just not good. 24 hours. No more, no less. If you can get rid of it in less, that's good, but no more than 24 hours. Especially as a commanding officer. Less is better. Especially if it's got to do with the commanding officer. Communication. Communicate with your fellow COs. If you got an issue, talk to each other. You have to be able to communicate. Communication is vital, especially as a commanding officer. Hell, you're the enlisted here. Learn how to communicate.
I think it's also, I'm just going to say on that, it's also important to kind of differentiate why you may have cocked up. Did you knowingly do something wrong, i.e. go against training, protocol, etc.? Or did you mess up following protocol? in the training that's done, and because you followed that, something bad happened. There is a difference between the two, and identifying where that fault lies will help you deal with that problem. Because if you did something knowingly wrong, you went against your training, then that's on you. I'm afraid. I'm going to be very blunt, and that's a bad decision on your part. But as COs, you should not be making those types of decisions. That's why you'll have your training. That's why you have your COs around you. That's why you have the ability, even without these academy classes, to learn off of the seniors around you, so you don't make those bad decisions, because they have and will happen. If you make a decision through training and something bad happens, then you need to accept that and deal with it, but know that you did what you was trained to do. And if you do it that way, then if something does happen, it doesn't take away the fact of what has happened, but it should be a little bit easier for you to deal with those demons sat on your shoulder for the time that you need to deal with it. And say the 24-hour rule is a good rule, and if it's, and say the latter option, it's usually a bit easier to deal with over time. But yeah, but unfortunately, the longer you're in, the more you experience, it's still difficult to understand why things happen, but it does get a little bit easier to deal with a bit quicker, just through unfortunate experience. And being a Navy, it's going to happen. So preparation is the key. Prepare to have to deal with bad situations. Don't ever expect it will never happen. Those that have been in for the Navy for a long time will understand that. For the newer ones, not so much. That's just a time served thing. So it's just my thoughts on that topic.
No, you're absolutely correct, Commodore Smythe. Do we have anything else? Going once.
Question
Going
from
twice.
the back.
There we go.
So, for those that want to go onto the CO path, is there things that they can do that can help them towards this?
Step up on patrols. Step up on land. We're always watching. Captains are always watching. High command is always watching. We take notice. Some will tell you, some will not. Be a good sailor. Be a good midshipmate. Be a good master's mate. Be a good master. Do your job. That doesn't mean try to outshine others, throw others under a carriage or anything like that, because if you do something like that, that's going to put you on a list you don't want to be on.
Lift each other up.
Exactly. Malik gets it.
Many hands make light work.
Exactly.
And keep in mind, you are bound by your rank, not limited by it. So long as it's not something especially forbade to you, you can go above and beyond. Because keep in mind, ranks are often given, and codes are often given, not only by accreditation, which may be a hard limiter, but to make your rank reflect the work you're already doing. Many of the people you'll see, you would be surprised, aren't masters yet, or aren't lieutenants, but they're doing the work. And those are the people you will see who get the codes. The codes match the jobs don't match the codes.
Mm-hmm.
The codes are the responsibility placed on you.
And you can do the work of another coat, not have it. But don't go out and try to overstep. Stay in your lane unless asked otherwise by somebody in the lane that is asking you to do it. with approval. Good question. Damn, actually, really good question.
I think just maybe a side step to that as well. As a CO, don't ask people to do things you wouldn't do yourself. So that's important. And also, just because you're a senior rank, doesn't mean to say that you can't go and do what a landsmate is expected to do. If you have the ability or the skills, i.e. to do a job that someone's asking you to do and no one else is doing it, you step forward. I've done it a couple of times. This deployment, when I've gone out, because no one else has stepped forward. You don't hesitate at doing that. You're there to support the CEO of that ship. And if they're looking for a bosun and no one's stepping forward, you step forward and say, I'll do it, but I don't have experience, so I can go secondary or tertiary if they're looking for that, and give them the option. Just remember that as well. But also, even if you're not wearing a CO coat, captain, lieutenant, or ensign's coat, and you want to take that path, the same applies. And it should apply to everyone anyway. That's not just a CO trait. That should be a trait for everyone in the Navy. And if more people do that, then more people will take that on and see that coming from the lower ranks. It'll make life a lot easier going forward. But as a CO, there's an expectation to do that. So, yeah, just another point on that.
Aye. Yeah, we should never ask anybody we are never willing to do ourselves. And same thing with me. If I'm to give somebody push-ups, you will see me down there doing push-ups with them. Or sit-ups, or whatever. If I tell them to run laps around this island, I will be running the laps with them. One Navy. And I stand by that. So if you are to get that rank, if you are to hand out that punishment, you are to do that punishment with them. Especially if you have the whole ship doing it, you are not going to stand there at the helm or whatever. You are going to do that with them. One crew, one ship, one Navy. What else? You got a vast wealth of knowledge here.
Any tips on how to best represent the Navy to those outside the Navy? Because I know COs are
also
the faces
about it.
of diplomacy with everyone else.
Yeah, that answer's long enough to be its own class. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, that's a whole that's a diplomacy class. But as a commanding officer, bring your whole crew with you. Do not leave your crew sitting on a ship. There's nothing better than having an entire Navy brig, and I've gotten this feedback from civilians. They have no better feeling than having the entire crew of the ship there visit their port. And from a crew standpoint, the crew hates when just a few go off and everyone else is back on the ship waiting. Bring your crew.
What it really boils down to is you're not more important because you're leading the ship. You're just able to answer more questions. You're not better than any of these people because of your chevrons or your epaulets. Everyone here is a legal adult. Treat them like one. No one's here to babysit the ship. No one here is dumber or less experienced than you. Maybe in different things. But treat them like you treat yourself. You're not better than them in any way.
No. You just might have more knowledge in a specific subject. That's all. all human. We all bleed. We can all break a bone. Some of us just deal with more fucking fires and infernos than others. That's it. Now, some of you have been on the 48 with us. Some of us are just psychopaths that probably broke about 10 ROEs this weekend. But hey, High Command was
Definitely broke a lot of ROEs. But
Only 10. That's good going.
Portraits
Okay, maybe-
didn't happen.
okay. Maybe I threw the book overboard as I took a schooner out by myself to save privateers. But hey, listen.
There we go.
High Command was there. High Command was there. Okay, listen. High Command was there, and they yelled at me, and I took my beat down, and took my punishment. But lives were at stake, and I was willing to sacrifice myself for the lives of many. That is one of those split-second decisions I'm talking about. Sometimes you just have to make those decisions.
It's part of the 10% Commodore Smythe spoke about. Standard operations will cover the operations of standard engagements. Every now and then something's gonna go crazy.
This weekend was, we'll just put it like this. It was fucking wild, okay? So we just, yeah. Anyways. You have to be able to make those decisions and not second guess yourself. Jumping onto a schooner with just one person to go out there and ram a Fordham ship to save privateers' lives is a split-second decision. You can't second guess yourself. Question is, do you think you make that split-second decision with all of High Command standing right there calling you a crazy asshole? And we'll close with that. Thank you all for coming to my one and only class and making it a great one. I will miss you all while I am back in London and hope to see most of your faces, if not all of your faces, in the next deployment. It was truly an honor serving with you all this deployment. And I'm proud to see how far some of you have come. And to see new faces here.
Yeah, it was an honor to sail with you, Commodore. Thank you for the lesson.
Yep, thank you, Commodore.
For your time.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Commodore.
And a speedy recovery to you, Commodore.
Thank you.
Come back to us quick.
Aye.
I will. Ensign Silver Meadows, Master Kalani St. I still don't know the name.
He's asleep back here.
It's Master
God
St.
damn it.
Clair, I believe, right now.
Master
His
St.
brain may have.
Well, he'll wake up here. He'll wake up here. That's fine. But everyone else, for the first Academy class, dismissed.
Be sure to check the board at the bottom of the stairs. I'll be updating it frequently. If you can teach anything, I don't care if you're an enlisted, a CO, the admiral, or a cadet. If you have knowledge and the capacity and willingness to teach it, we are interested. Whether you want to submit it for it to be in curriculum for someone else to instruct the Navy on, or whether you want to stand up here and do it. I don't care about your rank. And if it's information that may save someone's life, I'm sure they don't care if they get it from a cadet. If you're interested, find an instructor who will then tell me. Let me know if it's something you're interested in.
Where's
Or
my
Master St. Clair.
sextant gone?
Oh, indeed, or Master St. Clair.
They will be running the academy together. This is on my order. This is what we dreamed of for the academy.
Oh,
This is
oh
something
it's
that goes back to
bloody
deployment.
Going
Dream
blind.
is finally coming true. I just wish it would have been sooner.
Well, next deployment, and get another one built sooner.
Yeah, we'll have the reputation of this one to launch it off of.
Aye.
Exactly.
Day 1, Commodore. Not day
73.
Yes. Say yes.
70.
Just say
Yeah.
they, yeah. Yes.
When they've all gone home. Remember the blueprints, you'll be fine.
That That being said, if you are one who can do accreditation in any areas or know names of people who can, please get with me, not now, but eventually, so we can conduct a list of referrals. That way we can cross-reference people who need training with those available in the time zone. And that's everything that I have for the day.
Very good.
Commodore Smythe, I want to talk to you real quick after
Mm,
we
mm.
all leave.
Yep, absolutely. It's not a
There's
problem.
food and
Great,
drink
thank you.
somewhere.
Yeah,
I
the
don't know where it was put, but
the mess
it's
hall.
Go
somewhere.
out like you're going to the courtyard, but it's in the main lobby if you're looking at the courtyard door.
Oh, okay. I like the foods. Is it a potato?
I don't
I'm not
know.
sure.
I always
Also,
forget
put
to
your
eat 'cause my
uniform
wife's
back
not
on. You're
here.
back from the
For food and drink,
48.
I
You might
have
get shot with that.
Mm.
Oh, hello. Welcome,
I think that
Starshine
those
Beer.
clothes might be the only thing
Hello.
keeping his flesh together at this
Hello.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, put your
Yes,
uniform
yeah.
back on.
Secretary naked.
Okay,
Yeah,
will
put your.
do.
I
Yeah,
don't
and go get checked
know.
out at the
You're
hospital.
figuring it
Yeah, I need surgery.
out.
Oh, also, I need to.
Silvermeadow?
I need to speak to you.
Let's go.
You two.
Okey-doke.
Right, meet outside Malwick. I'll be here 1 minute.
Is it too
You and
Okay.
you two.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
go
Silver
out front.
Meadows and Master St. Clair.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll
Oh,
do this, then I'll
That's
come
gonna
back here,
confuse
then I'll go
me
to my
so
office.
fucking much.
1 second. Voices. Just one quick one. I'll need to catch up with you, Commodore, before you. What time are you leaving?
Probably in about 2 to 3 hours.
Okay, I'll let you finish up here, and then I'll just want to catch up with you before you
Yeah, I'll
go.
come get-
Yeah, I'll be
I'll
around.
catch
Go now.
Okay.
Good job there. Well done.
Thank you for participating. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah, no problem.
I wore the socks today
Where?
at
What?
a wedding. It was formal.
Well, see, we'll always go
You know
to
what?
always
Hold on, fuck
always.
it, fuck it.
Hey, don't worry about it. You know the socks are best. That's the way it is.
No, come back.
See,
There, for you. One last time. There for you. There.
far
I
more,
don't know, I'll do it.
far more comfy, aren't they?
There.
Hey, look at those.
If I'm wearing those and
I hate these fucking things.
Look at
For
those.
you. One last time.
Look.
Yeah, if
There,
I'm wearing
take it
those
in.
and if I'm wearing those and I get boarded, I'm just laying down and letting them take me.
What? You know the amount of cushioning they give you. You'll
No, I
you'll
hate
be
the fucking things,
you'll be
but I
bouncing
think
around
it
that
was
shit.
One last time for you. It was one last time for you. I hate those fucking things.
You know what?
As a
I still won. You know, when have I ever wore those boots? You'd always go to socks. Always go to socks. Socks are the best. Socks all the way.
Commodore Smythe is the only active helmsman, a captain. I say captain by position, not
Yeah.
obviously Commodore. The only one who's been here longer than me left.
I've outlived everyone. Don't worry. I think I'm literally the oldest one. Yeah. Speak to us soon.
I'll catch up with you here soon.
I used to watch Smythe for how I dealt with the public. So I was great at fighting, but I couldn't keep my fucking mouth shut. I watched how Smythe conducted himself on the seas. Try to imitate.
Okay. Don't want to have fuzzy boots? What? Why not? They're not good enough.
No, I'll go get properly outfitted at the warehouse.
Is there food in there? I don't need food. I have to take it for the. Take it for the experience. You take all the food when you go for your stuff. Right.
How are you doing today, Vice Warden?
How are we doing, Malwick? You okay?
Good. I got a response.
Yeah, good, good. This was just in regards to the incident to which I actually painted the sails black. So what the fine for that was?
There's no fine for that. It's a learning experience. Although I can fine you if you wish.
want to.
You know, I was doing my ship the other day actually, and I painted it red. Wasn't quite as bad as black, but yeah, I painted the sail red. So it's very easy to do with that paintbrush. It's flying around everywhere. It's not the easiest thing to do, but yeah, no, don't worry about that. That's just a little joke. It's all good. Did you get it finished though?
Yes. Ship's out there right now on the 48, and it is fantastic.
You're still in one piece. I've not heard anything what went on over there, so I wasn't around yesterday.
Has been having bad luck with incidents regards to her ship sinking.
Oh no!
Not due to normal combat.
Oh no! I heard of that one. That was on Friday, wasn't it?
Yeah, but there was another incident yesterday.
Oh.
Not sure what happened with that one either.
Oh, she didn't lose that one as well.
She did.
Oh God.
No idea why. Haven't heard from anybody.
That's unfortunate. Especially on a 48.
Yeah.
Did we sink anyone?
I have no idea if we sunk anyone. Was not when I was awake.
Oh.
I was on 4 different ships over a 12-hour period.
Oh God.
We didn't sink anybody, but it went pretty well overall.
Yeah, I think this deployment's been a worse of 48 hours for amount of time that we're in combat compared to many in recent memory, I think. Usually are busy, but not kind of 10, 12 hours in a stretch. That's kind of unheard of.
Well, to emphasize, we yesterday encountered Fort Hems twice. We encountered and Fort Hems the 10 later in the day. Encountered Red Dawn 3 separate times.
Yeah.
And also encountered Theo and his cannibal friends.
Yeah, all the usual suspects then. How are the privateers? Were they okay?
Privateers lost 2 ships. One from Scamper Bay, one from Siren's Call. To Fort Ham and the Uwu.
It's unfortunate. Yeah. Well, it's going to happen, of course, but other than that, were they kind of hospitable? Any problems you were aware of?
No. They're pretty hospitable.
Yeah, that's good.
Didn't feel any hostility or anything.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Was Master Dobby down there at all? I know he likes to visit and make his tiki tower. Did he turn up and?
Yeah, he turned up a few times. He was there last night when we rebuilt the tiki tower after the first one was destroyed by Fort Him and their galleon, the Greed.
Oh God, that's unfortunate. I think that's the first time that's happened. Maybe built a bit too close to the wall, was it?
Yeah, it was on the beach.
Easy.
Within mortar range.
Easy target, I suppose, then. So how many... I think the record was like 18 last deployment? Was it 18 last... last 48? How much was it this time?
First tower's 50. And Commodore Kalani ordered the next tower to be 69.
Oh my God.
Both had a bell tower put on top.
Wow. Okay. That's quite high. This is... Okay. I don't think I've been climbing to the top of that one.
It took me a few minutes to scale it, like 10 minutes to scale the second one.
Might take 4 hours to get down as well, if the glider. What would be... Couldn't be much... That must have been higher than that mountain, was it?
I did have it in front of the mountain to really tell whether it would be taller than that mountain.
Okay, that's just ridiculous.
So it's almost as high as the clouds.
Good God. Oh well, pay top dollar for the top floor room. I think they call it the penthouse. Although it is still a tiki hut, I suppose. So it's probably not too comfortable compared to the lower floor. For ease, I'll take the lower one.
Yeah, they're not too bad. The lower ones have the foundation of the tiki hut above it sticking to the ceiling.
Decisions. Okay. Sleep in a bell tower then. Okay. Oh well. So what you got planned for the rest of the day? You've been at 48. You going to be heading off? Cover?
Me. I might head back out to 48. I probably won't because posting 4 separate times in 12 hours is.
Are the 48 not back yet?
No, I believe I overheard Rex yesterday said they intended to sail back out towards here at normal Packhouse patrol time at 8 p.m. Eastern Stars.
Okay, so saying a bit later then. Okay, that's good to know because usually the background about this time. That'd be why was quite low on LTs and captains in that meeting, unfortunately. But so if they're still out there, I'll account for some of them, of course. And it's quite early for the others, so that's good. So you're wanting to go Siaru, are you?
I do.
You officially kind of put your name forward with that? Who's your captain?
Captain Wallace and Captain Rex, they are both very well aware. They've been giving me many opportunities to get some training in that regard.
Yeah, it's good. So as long as they know, that's good.
They are very well aware.
Yeah, it's unfortunate it's a bit difficult, this deployment, with the way things are, but you never can tell what's going to happen, so just keep plugging away.
Oh, hello.
It's more about the learning experience than anything else.
I know.
If I don't get the right,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So,
You're killing the bride, Egan.
best way to go.
You're out.
Oh well. I'm going to go see what's going on. Need to speak to the Commodore, let him know, so if he comes out, just tell him I'll be around the War Dock area. If he needs to find me to catch up on him, but yeah. Good luck. If you need anything, don't be hesitant to ask. Yeah. Good luck.
Right.
Your training and such. And,
thank you for the conversation.
Not a problem. Right. I shall speak to you soon.
Just get out.
Right.
Oh my god.
Hey, is Wadesy still here?
No, he already left. He's
Ow.
been gone.
Right, that is Commodore Kalani's lesson out the way. Wasn't really a lesson, such as more of an open forum of learnings. I think you can call it that. Just give me 1 second. Do, 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 do. Just see what excuse me, lessons Silver Meadows got lined up. We'll jump in and give him a hand around this time. Don't think it's going to be a late night for me tonight because I don't think there's going to be much going on. I think Ben's just taking the ship out. 48 aren't going to be back until kind of 1 o'clock anyway. Ba, 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 ba. Just curious as to what these lockers are looking like. That empty. They actually empty. They are actually empty. Come in, Theo. They might be out on a ship. Which is fine. Oh, there's an animal crate in there. Midshipmates. Quite a lot of stuff in. I would have put those gallows up on there, to be honest. On that top battlement, out the way. Word of the day, kindness. You know what to do. Let's have a look at the patrol board. Got department billets, house billets, stag watch, hawk house, Kinsley, house. So I'm going to sneeze. Holy hell. There's like 5 sneezes in a row. It's like, oh my god, my head was going to explode. Stags. Cap. Pack. Cap house. Pack. Pack house. It's getting close. This one was right. Got kind of day, afternoonish, and then even at the bottom. Or morning, afternoon, evening. Pack house. Thursday is quiet. Pack house 48 hour. Friday. They can come off. I'll leave them there for now, it's fine. Friday, Saturday. Sunday. There's nothing on there. It's funny, leave the gates open unless under attack, because I haven't got grappling hooks to get over the top. Weird. Who else needs apprentices? I think there's a, I'm not going to say specifically, but I know me and Fatis kind of discussed it a couple of weeks ago in game, briefly. But there's definitely another position we could bring into Navy to help ease the COs. But give people what they want to a degree. That's what I'll say. It's just going to be such a long wait till next season, when and if it happens, because it's going to be like another another year.
Morning, Commodore.
Oh, morning. How you doing? Stop making it heavy. HMS Allegiance. It's Diplomacy 1. How many's on the island just now? 24. Gold. Gold. Gibraltar. This reads. I thought he parked further up. Has Duncan replaced his... No, he has, hasn't he? Walks through all Theodros. HMS Crow. Ugh. One single cannon. Personally, you need two to make it a deterrent. One is better. One's better than none, but doesn't really do too much. Completely different from his last one. I like this little raised bit on the outside though. Although, I guess some of the support. Those walls get taken out. I have no idea. I always get confused with supporting walls and all that stuff. I just build it. If it gets sunk, it sinks, whatever. I'll always go out not wanting to sink the ship, but... Or sink my own ship. Get my own ship sunk, I should say. I don't go out wanting to sink my own ship. Hello. $23. That's turtle race. It's a turtle race. Mr. Dagger. So what's this random ship here? This is a shredder. So we've got 4 schooners. I'm just wondering, I need to throw some more cannonballs onto mine. Just in case. Just in case. Hang on, his Kalani's got blue, or is it black? His is black. Is it? Is it blue? Can't tell. you know what I should have done? I should have pushed these across the middle a bit more, then put a triangle on the edges. Because these are really squishy, these mortars. Really squishy. What was Duncan saying about these candles? I think I'll move it though. I don't think I have another one. Just leave it for now. Mm-hmm. God damn it. God damn it. Getting wet. Yeah, well, the problem with the 48s gets really quiet. Man, Chile, build, general use, war bricks. Good luck, have fun. Galleon? Which makes it invisible. is that a so we are going to get a galleon, but it's going to be invisible. Or have we actually got... No, we haven't. I think if you had a galleon, we'd see it. Brawler. Boss. Actually, it's going to put some more... See if I can grab some more planks. It's going to put some more planks in my ship as spares. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Telephone. 1 minute. AFK. Right, sorry about that. Right, what was I looking for? So I just want a few more floor pieces. Is there no walls? Must be wall pieces here. There's actually... Does he actually use all the walls? Am I going blind? Actually gone blind. Oh. Ain't no wall pieces there. Is there any up here? Ah, hello Wade.
Hello, Commodore.
How you doing?
Doing well.
What are you up to?
Suppose I should give you one of these sets of keys to the prison.
Oh, we changed the locks, have we? Or these X.
Yep,
There we are.
added a new wing. Added a new wing as well.
I can say congratulations as well.
Oh,
Haven't seen you for a while.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing the hat.
Yeah. Did you want to be? I can't remember. Did you want to be kind of prison warden? Was that the route
I'm vice warden.
Yeah. I can't remember. Was that the way you wanted to go? Weren't you going CO?
No,
You was going CO, wasn't you?
I want. Yeah, I want to be CO.
You still want to be CO. So how does that work?
Yes. Secretary De Leon said she would make an exception to be vice warden as well as a CO.
Interesting. Okay, well, that's good. So it's not caused any issues then on your CO training path. Then it's all okay on there.
It kind of did. Just because I don't know. Captain Hunt kind of me out of that chain of command in the house.
Oh.
Because I went this route.
Who spoke to anyone about that?
But no, not really. Just what she told me.
Has she spoken to anyone about that? You wouldn't know. So she's basically treating you as a NCO now, opposed to a CO.
At the same time, I also heard there won't be any more COs up and coming.
Well, that's what I heard, but as well as things change. But I'd always maintain that if you want to go the CO route, then you need to keep pushing to go that route, regardless of what happens. Decisions are made.
I'm still being an XO. I'm still trying to lead by example.
Yeah, know what you should do. So, yeah. Did you want me to speak to Huntington? Find out what the situation is?
Entirely up to you.
Well, that's entirely up to you.
I mean,
obviously you need let's call it a sponsor, I suppose. If you're going the zero route, so if you've not got one, then you're not going to be wrote down by those sponsors, i.e. the house captains, to say that this person is wanting to be a CO. Should be. Have you got someone doing that for you?
I don't.
So yeah, the decision is yours, not mine.
I would appreciate that, sir.
So more than happy to speak to her, or you can have a word with her yourself once more. Just kind of address the situation if you want to do it that way. See what she comes back with. If it's a case that she just doesn't want to do it, that's her choice. But it's not really. I think I'd need to have a word with her at that point. Or it may be some confusion there or something. Maybe you want to sort out yourself.
She still did say that on the 48 that she has 3 prospective COs, but
including you.
Yeah, that's well, I was one of the 3. Yeah.
So you're still one of the 3.
I think so, but she did tell me that I'm out of her chain of command.
But you're in her house. I don't.
Yes.
Well, because what she probably means is also because you're now, you're basically on the prison billet, aren't you? Now, it's basically what she's, if we go back old school, you're now on the prison billet, which means obviously promotions and such won't be done by the captain. So
Yes.
that chain of command, she's correct. If I was you, before I get involved, I'll just maybe try and grab and just have another conversation with her and just say, I know you said you're out of her chain of command, but you're just a bit confused as to what you mean by that. Obviously, you're still wanting to go the CO route. Secretary or High Command have approved that, obviously due to the situation at the prison. But ultimately, you still want to do the CO route. Are you, as a captain, able to facilitate that still, or not? Just maybe go that way. If you're comfortable enough to do that. Just get a clear answer, because if she comes back, and sort out your way, it'll be a lot better for everybody. If I start getting involved, then it kind of pushes it somewhere that it may not need to go. Although I'm more than capable of having a kind of informal conversation. Captains can be a little bit funny sometimes, regardless of however you approach it. So I'd rather not kind of make it more difficult for you, because I think there's still a conversation, at least one more conversation you can have there, just to try and clarify things between yourselves. And then if you're still not happy with what's being said, then I can certainly approach that in a diplomatic way anyway, just to see what's going on and just make sure that she is not making decisions out with her remit, especially when High Command have already approved it in that regard. So yeah,
I was kind of hopeful that you guys would take on an ensign in the PLU, because you got you and lieutenant. So I was like, man, maybe.
It came to it as an option. I've not seen Lieutenant Hightower for a week or so. I think he's been working different hours than me, but it doesn't matter. I'm still around as a captain anyway, for all intensive purposes. But really, for your benefit, you need to be out on those patrols. I was just
I'm constantly on patrol.
Yeah, no, exactly. But it'd be handy for you to be on patrols with a CO that is doing what they should be doing with prospective CO. So I'm a little bit concerned with what you said and what she said, but I think it may be, hopefully, a miscommunication in regards to what is meant by that. I would hope that she's not decided to take upon herself to completely dismiss you.
I'm still
regardless of
pushing the opportunity to EXO.
Yeah, but you need to make sure that you're getting the opportunity that you're getting for putting that time in for being an EXO. You see what I mean?
Aye.
So I don't want you to be doing that, and it actually makes zero difference, because regardless, the other two will be put in front of you, even though you may be the better candidate out of the three. I don't know who the other two are, so I'm just saying generalised. I wouldn't want that to be the case, especially, as I say, when High Command have pretty much approved it on this occasion, which is their prerogative. So it's not mine or Captain Huntington to say otherwise. If she does have a problem with it, then she needs to address it properly.
As was told in the past, we have had vice wardens who have been COs.
Yeah, and the needs must. We need the staff of the prison. You've been there, kind of done things you've done at the prison to put you in that position to be considered to do that above everyone else, regardless that you're on the CO route. High Command or Secretary DeLeon specifically has said she's happy enough for you to go the CO training route, as well as maintain I suppose the ground or land trade. So it doesn't really conflict with the CO's path at all anyway. So yeah, there's always going to be allowances there. So yeah, I'll certainly suggest you have one more conversation with Captain Huntington just to clarify what is meant by what she said, so you totally understand it.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you said. I will make that happen, and I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah, if it comes to it, we'll have a look and move you to another house. But it's not going to look very good on her between you and me.
Honestly,
So-
I was thinking about switching to Cap House with the losses that they've had, and they're kind of short-staffed right now, and the hours are a little better for me. I don't know if there's any potential COs in that house or anything like that. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about helping them as a crew.
Have a word. It's going to get a little bit dicey next week or so. The way things are, always is, with crews. So I think the houses are going to kind of drop off the way things work list, and it'll be a case of what ships can get out on patrol when people are around. Just where it goes with deployments, isn't it? So, but yeah, certainly have a word with Captain Duncan. See what he says.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'd be more than
Make a
happy to.
suggestion.
Yeah, sure.
Should we have another deployment, which I really hope we do, we should probably limit how many a house can hold, because there's one house in particular that has like half the Navy in it, and I feel like it needs to be spread out more.
That would be who's that? Hawkhouse, yeah. Yeah, because a lot of Flemington's crew went there as well, didn't they?
Aye, as well as Stag.
Oh, Stag as well. Okay. It's been a topic of conversation a few times with Commodore and myself. I know High Command have been looking at it as well. So, honestly, I don't know how, but I certainly think there will be changes. I think there needs to be. It kind of worked at the beginning. We had a lot more people then. Now, not so much. And, it does cause problems for a lot of people, and as you're well aware, this deployment has been quite
You'll
a lot of fires.
Never get away from a lot of fires. You'll never get away from the groups that like hanging out. There's no problem with that, but it's more or less a matter of there are houses that are much less crewed, and they need the support.
Yeah, I had the same when the houses started. The Bulldogs when I was a captain. Because I was such an early, the EU hours. It was very difficult to. I think I had like 12 at its busiest time, but I think it averaged out about 6 or 7 because of the hours. So obviously the later hours were busier. So been there, done that. And I know it's a horrible thought, and a lot of people get tied to the houses as well. Don't go on any other patrols, even though they have the ability to do that as well. So that's always been a problem, and that is a problem. There's people standing off, even though they can go, they just won't, because they just want to go on that one voyage with their captain. So there's obviously two sides to that, I suppose, two different arguments for that. But personally, if they're around and available, they should go on the voyage. If they're going to be back, then there's no reason for them not to. We're all sailors. Sailor is meant to be on the water, and that's everyone's first priority. Land duties come second.
I mean, what I've just seen is it's like a patrol will go out, and people step off the back line because they're waiting to go on a different patrol, and it's like, well, we need bodies. So
yeah, but the houses.
I know you're trying to go with your house, and it creates separation within the Navy, and Navy.
No, the houses are part of that issue, unfortunately, but they also work as well.
I mean, I've been on every single house's deployment, or patrol, every single one.
Yeah.
For the reason obviously I have to favor my house, and so I do go to mine, but I take nights where I go to the others as well.
Yeah.
To support them.
No, it's good. And it's a shame more people didn't do that, because then we'll get more patrols out, get to see more civilians and such, but it's is what it is at the moment. It's quite hard to change that once the deployment's kind of started, and certainly not going to change it at the end. But yeah, we'll certainly see how we can make it a little bit easier next time around, because it does get quite hard work.
question. Can you see the prison bells?
Can I see the prison bells? What do you mean? Can I see them?
The archive prison bells.
One minute. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, how am I supposed to do my job if they don't come here?
There's nothing for you to do. Simple as that. Until they say they're coming here or they are actually physically here, don't worry about it. It's not your prison warden.
Get a ride back there.
Oh.
I was supposed to get a ride. I came back for the CO meeting and
Oh.
I was supposed to go back. Yep.
They'll be due back in a few hours, are they not? Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. Got any dusting to do? Sort any bookcases out in the prison?
Just keys.
Shake the mat.
I just rekeyed it. Did you see the build, the new build?
No, I haven't actually. No, it was being done. Go have a look. Busy?
Yeah, it's good.
Just want to drop these.
I guess I'm not busy anymore.
I just want to drop these bits off at my ship before we. Well, on the way, so. Go say hello to the prison. Boink. Oh, horse.
Oh, new ship.
Spurs. Have you not seen this yet? Yeah, it's a little bit random.
Ooh, I really like how you salted it. I really like how you salted it. This is interesting.
Captain Duncan likes them. A 15-degree outwards. Yeah, good coverage. Still cover the middle. Yeah, downstairs. It's a little bit awkward getting downstairs, but it's meant to be crewed for. It's a kind of a light brigantine anyway. So it's only, well, kind of 5 on top, 5 below, no, 6 on top, 5 below.
Oh, I like that.
So you've got little shooty windows, so you can put go out. I've only got 5 down here. Keep contemplating putting this number 1 in or not, but trying to keep the weight down. But it's
You know what you should do?
It's an artillery kind of long distance sniper type ship, so
Gotcha.
these worked well on the Brimstone. These actually did really well.
Doors here?
I tried, but the thing is, there's only steps here. There's only single steps up and down, so it kind of leaves this bit as a run through.
Oh, you could. Were you not able to put another stairway underneath here?
Well,
and then put use double grates.
I could, but I don't know. Just as I say, I just left it as being a bit weird. But it means if you have to get off, you can actually get off here rather than have to run to one end or the other. You can actually step off if needed. But I guess we could, but I don't feel
Well,
in.
the double grates, because the way they don't open here in the middle. They'll open here at this side. And if you put a double door in there, it's a perfect walkthrough. Your other double door will attach here. The double grate, it'll open up to where you can walk right through. But having those double doors, think of having a door on it, so the blow through from one side to the other will be blocked by these double doors to the other side. Much easier, much better. Not to say that there won't be any, but the blow through from one side, if this plank over here gets blown through, they can shoot right through and they'll hit your planks over here. So having those doors here is for a spine.
Well, I don't have any argument
doors.
other than, yeah.
These single doors, when a cannonball hits, it thinks there's a door here. So it's going to blow this first.
Yeah, so
and it won't go all the way through.
So hit the framework. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say not got any major objections to it. Say just purely because there's only single stairs here. That's all. I just left this as a open run through, but I couldn't work out how I was going to put doubles down, but I couldn't work out how to do it, so I just went stuff it. I'll just put singles down because it was got to the point I just need to get it done. So, if you want to have a go,
attach to this half wall up here.
Oh, do you mean actually put doors here, or walls to these? I don't want to enclose it too much more. As I say, it's not gonna be a brawler anyway. Never get that. Well, we'll never intentionally get that close, but yeah, I don't really want to kind of
like that. And then if you use the double open gate, the gate will open on this side instead of the hinge being here. So it'll open up here to here.
And I see what you're saying. I don't know, quite like, I don't know. Need to test it really. It kind of.
Honestly, you could still leave it single stair, and it can go through right here, just on the one side.
Yeah, no, it's just these. I've always disliked these center walls, and it just closes it all in. I kind of designed it this way to be open.
You could do this.
They only become a benefit if and when the planks are missing anyway, so. And as I say, it's not a brawler. If it was a brawler, I'd be more inclined in saying, oh, well, I don't like it, but it makes sense. But because it's going to be a long to medium range, the bosuns were going to have more time to do their thing.
Instead of the two half walls up there, you could do one full wall and then a doorway. And they'll create a spine. Because you know there are times where you can get pinched. You know, I mean.
I know, yeah. That's how the brimstone went down. So.
Yep.
But Dagger was on that and boasting, and he's still at a loss as to how it sunk. It just evaporated. He said it was fine, and then it just broke all of a sudden. A few people have said that. There 1 minute and gone the next. So some weird magic going on.
Yeah, it was a nice ship though. I like it.
The single, if I had to do it, the single ones for me are better. But I really, I've never been a big fan of this kind of the way the spine looks. So
yeah, you know, I've been doing You remember you and I talked about it?
Yeah, yeah.
And you said I should know every aspect of the ship and
Yeah.
how to do it. And well, I mean, you can see
You know
I've
it.
got fly clothes
You
now.
know, you do,
And,
yeah.
Yeah, I've been boasting a lot lately, and you know, it's one thing I've learned is having a spine, a ship that has a spine. It's better in combat in terms of keeping up the resources quick, or keeping them up longer.
Yeah.
Because of the blow through.
Mm.
Food for thought, you know.
I'll have a think. I'll have a think. The other thing I wasn't sure on was the ammo count, but because it's mainly heavies, it's going to be slower. But why is there a bird on my ship? Get off my blade. Who's this? Is this a wild one? No. Okay, missed.
Don't worry, I won't tell anybody.
It moved just as I went to shoot in its head. Had a perfect shot. Right. Let's have a look at this prison. There's my horse. There you are. It's not bad. It fully loaded with 4 crew on board. It does just over 50 knots in a 70% wind. So.
Oh, not bad. I'm sure this will get up to 17 or 18 once it's unloaded some cannons.
Yeah. So that wasn't in a strong wind either. So it's a little bit more there, but not much more. So, here crabs running around. Okay, this looks different.
Yeah, you know, it was always clustered with all the horses just sitting here in the front.
Yeah.
So I added a little extension.
Yep.
Add that. We've got our own bells.
Makes sense.
Not a whole lot's changed in here.
Here you got
I
a
do wanna add
doggy.
door lock.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, I made sure to feed it before I went to the 48. So everything that way is the same.
Yep.
The only difference is I changed this up a little bit.
Oh yeah, because there used to be a corridor around back, wasn't it? Come around here.
Yep. So you can do all their paperwork in here. And upstairs is the same.
Okay.
We got a little walkway here. This is in between the 2 cells. Little courtyard. They could do some painting, get some fresh air.
Oh, is this whose is this? This a prisoner's area as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is if they want to get fresh air.
That's very yeah, it's a lot more than what I would put. I would just put a bench out and a water barrel. The canvas.
Yeah. This was made for Theo.
Oh, what special treatment did he? Okay.
Oh.
Little shit.
The little shit, yeah.
Special privileges, eh?
Feeding trough here in the middle because that way we have horses that go around back and then in front.
Yep.
We'll reach. And then we've got a couple. Only prison staff or high command are getting keys to these.
Okay.
Our horse carriage and stuff like horse crate. access to get on top of the building just by walking on it.
Yeah.
Overlooking the courtyard and what have you.
Okay.
See, the courtyard is double walled.
Good. Interesting. It certainly need to be bigger. It was, the voices that got a lot.
Yep, that's the whole point of this expansion. You will see. So you already know about the door right here, right?
What door?
Uh-huh.
Didn't,
Secondary, just in case.
Didn't see no door. What?
So you know how when we, in the other prison, we walk through here and it's like, okay, I gotta close the door behind you. I gotta just scoot to the side. No, not anymore.
Good.
So I gave a little room in there.
Yeah. Welcome to HMRM. Enjoy your stay.
Yep. And the prison cells are far enough away from each other to where you could still hear each other, but it's quiet. If you want to go over there,
Okay. Hello.
Can you still hear me?
Yep, from here.
Right.
Yep.
It's much quieter though.
No, else, yeah. I can't hear you from the door though. That's good. I had to step forward to the kind of the door of the cage to
And
hear.
then if we have high command here and they want to listen in quietly, I'm going to put a little seating room in here and they won't be able to know.
Oh, but you need another door for them to come in, so they don't have to walk through.
I know I needed one more piece to be able to put a door on the back here.
The upstairs is just a gallery, is it? Just
Yeah, observation room. This will be a room for the warden in case we have long nights and we need to sleep here.
Yeah, it's always handy to have a few beds for emergency sleeps. That's good.
And then vice warden other side, as well as the observation deck.
Yeah, looks good. Certainly needed it. It was a lot to deal with, noise-wise, when things were going on.
Yep, and I think it turned out pretty damn good.
Yeah.
A couple people helped put their hands in and help me out, and the warden loves it, and that's all that matters. So.
No, that's it.
And it's simple.
It's functional.
It's simple.
Yep, does a job. You don't need to go over the top. It's watertight, and prisoners have a bed.
Yep, I even put a chair in each one if they wanted to sit down.
Guess if need be as well, you can drop another couple of cages in. Worst case scenario, so.
And you can put one over there, yeah, under the stairs on each side.
Yeah. So that's good. No, it's yeah, good job.
Well, I mean, I don't think we need any more. We have 7.
No.
Now 7 cages,
yeah, because you've got ones downstairs, haven't you? So.
Yep. I didn't change anything in there. That still has the archive down there. There's still people too, so I want to make sure they're comfortable. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh. Flaming doors. Yeah. So what's this? What's this room?
This is for medical treatment.
Ah. Oh, so medical. You should write on the door, medical. What do you want in doggy? What do you got in there? Did you drop your ball through the window? Does it roll under the bed? Well, you stand there and watch it. Make sure it doesn't escape.
This is Judge Woofy.
Judge Woofy.
Judge Woofy, yep.
Judge Woofy. This is just the
my gift.
Intake.
Yep. That was my gift to the warden for my position. So.
Yeah, I had a doggy last deployment. No, it would be the one before that, actually. Yeah. The bulldogs.
Do you want another one?
No, we've got
I can get you one.
an owl down at the PLU. You seen it?
I think we have 2, right?
Yeah, we have 2. Do you still do any kind of PLU stuff, or?
Oh yeah. I've been over there.
So I've not seen you for a while, so I knew you was doing prison stuff, but.
No,
Dark Mist, how you doing?
Over there, I did a report last week. I did mostly drop-offs and stuff like that, and kind of with Master Lagerson and helping train up Kane and Dr. McConnor. So yeah, I'm still over there.
Oh, Dr. McConnor's doing it as well, is he?
Aye, yeah, he's one of your junior clerks.
Yeah, no one's told me. There we are.
Aye, yeah, they're both fully trained, and you know they're able to help out with whatever you need.
Yeah, I've not checked down there today. Woke up immediately and ran up to the academy.
Yeah, the meeting.
Yeah. Still need to catch the Commodore before he disappears. Not sure where he is though.
Well, good luck with that one.
Watching the shit fight between Navy and Theo. Who won? Yeah. Okay. Well, I suppose I better go across to the PLU and see what's going on there before something else crops up. You going to be around for long, or are you going to head off?
I should be around all night.
No, I was just going to say, if you do see him looking for me, just kind of tell him I'm over the PLU, but I'll be coming back over here once I've checked. So.
Okay, I'll tell him you are over there.
Yeah, but he knows that I need to speak to him. So that's fine.
Aye.
Right. Okay.
You know, did Mr. Toombs do something like why does Mr. Toombs want Alice so bad?
Tombs.
Yeah.
Well, she used to be part of Red Dawn, but also probably more for the link with the Navy. More of a bargaining chip, isn't it?
He still wants to take her. Captain Rex, they pulled up to the 48 last night, and he's like,
"No, it's not matter."
Captain Rex is like, "Well, how about this? You know, we'll do a 1v1 to the sink. Should you win, you get to take one of us, prisoner. But should we win, we get to take one of you." And I'm like, okay, well, that's risky, but that's her instruction or her offer, not mine.
So she was bargaining with Sailor's Light, was she? Okay, interesting.
No, it would have been her. She said it would have been her.
Well, she's.
And Toombs said, "Well, I don't want you. I want Ellis." And we're all like, "Why? Why would he want Ellis? It doesn't make sense." But he didn't agree to it, and he's doing his thing. He just runs. We almost sank him twice this weekend. Almost. First time, damn, Uwu and Fordham interjected, came in with 2 sails, 2 brigs, as we were getting ready to sink them. And I mean, we had them pinched, and they came over and they hit us and let them get away. It was really annoying.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, quite honestly. It's just very, very weird, but not unexpected. I think I said at start deployment. I know I said it through the accreditation training that the red cells will flip on a knife edge.
One of the red cell chip did go down yesterday. I think it's a redemption.
I think we lost 2 red cells, one from each
they
of
lost
the.
both of them?
No, one from Scamper and one from. Who was it? Siren's Call. That's it. So.
Yeah. There wasn't a whole lot we could do. They were already in a 2v2.
Yeah.
We had to pull off and ended up getting to our own 2v2. So.
Yeah. Well, so it's risk we all take. So the ship can be replaced. They didn't lose any crew though, did they? Or we don't know.
I'm not sure. I didn't get the details of it.
No, that's fine. Sure, we'll find out with the next 24 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how the 48s go. Select people stay behind to fill up and top up to tap the ship, and everybody else goes running off. So
yeah,
there's only a few of us doing that. Everybody else was off doing their own thing. So.
What do you mean doing their own thing? You mean going out on ships?
No, just going to mingle and talk while we're finishing everything. So.
Oh, so there's only a few. There's only a few of you doing the actual tapping up. Everyone else disappeared. Yep.
For me, I want to make sure a ship is ready to go.
No, should be.
If we have downtime, get it ready to go.
But it should be everyone doing it, because it means it's done quicker.
Agree.
Was there any high command around at that point?
Well, the Commodore was there.
Was he aware of it?
Rex. I mean, it happened quite a few times. It happened quite a few. Every 48 I've been to, it's happened.
Right. Okay. Get that addressed. So it takes 5 minutes. You know, so they're not even collecting all the resources like we do when we come back here.
Oh. A lot of the carts were used to restock, and then only a select few of us were kind of restocking the horses. So that happened too.
The ones left doing it were the harbour staff.
Aye, there's a lot of like Melwick, me, Linwood. I mean, there were some others. You know, I know Rikerson was helping out, but yeah.
It's
fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
it
it's not fine at all. In fact, that's probably one of the worst places for that to happen, because the frequency of the attacks that come in means we're unable to get the ships out. It'd be more acceptable here than it is there. So we'll address that with the Commodore. I won't mention directly where I heard that from, unless he questions it. But if he's there, I'm sure. Hopefully, he didn't see it going on, because I don't think. Because it was actually him that instigated that here, about the COs would stay on board the ship until all resources been done and the ship's been tapped up. It's actually him that instigated that, so it's very strange that
the primary, when they do release the people and say, hey, you know, we'll take care of it. That's where I'm like, okay, well, I want everything tapped up so that way I'm not stuck there for the next hour.
No, it shouldn't
by
be.
myself. You know. Everyone
taps up, see what resources left. Bosun says what they need. Everyone goes gets it, and then it's just the bosun will fill up the resource container in the right places, and job's done.
A lot of times, a lot of people were standing and talking, and select few of us were, working, running the cart and stuff like that. And if we had everybody just hop aboard a ship and make sure it's tippy tapped, and make our lives easier.
Okay. Right. I made a mental note of that, so I'll speak with the Commodore and see if he can clarify anything on that. But so it was him who instigated it here, so be surprised if he allowed that knowingly.
Yeah, I mean, a 48, it's... Yeah, the people are treating it almost like a vacation at times, but at the same time, we're there to work. So, which, I mean, it's a needed vacation, honestly. But at the same time, black cell, non-stop. So we need to take care of what we can take care of.
Yeah. Vacation starts once all the work is done. So if everyone does it, the work is done quicker. So, but yeah, it's not fair to leave it. Because if anything goes wrong, everyone will be complaining, oh, there was no cannonballs, oh, there's no planks, oh, there's no resources. Well, I wonder why. It usually falls on the bosun.
One of the times the cart was short cannonballs, I actually had to take it back, refill it, and pull it back to the ship, and you know, when I was done with that, restock it again. But yeah, if it would have been restocked, we would have had enough.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not good. Okay. Well, so I'll have a word with the Commodore hopefully before he disappears. Then I'll address the parade as a general thing. Want to know what's been going on. I'm not going to know all the facts, but people will know what has been going on. They'll take it whichever way they want at that point. So, is what it is.
I mean, you know me, I'm a worker. You know, grind.
Yeah, absolutely. So, same with all the bosuns and the harbour staff in general. You know, they always make sure the ships are restocked. And
there were a lot of people that were helping, but there were a lot of people who were not.
Yeah, which is the problem. So, want all the fun, but don't do any of the work.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, let me run across the PLU and see what's over there. And then I'll come back. Say if you do see Commodore, let them know I'll be over there, or just come to wait this side and I'll be over.
You want me to look for him for you?
No. I know he's busy with getting his kind of admin squared away as well, so just kind of left him to it.
I mean, I could go say, hey, Commodore Smythe would like to reach you before you depart.
Oh yeah, I spoke to him after. I spoke to him after the thing. He said, "Yeah, we'll catch up." So obviously that was a little while ago. So he's probably still tied up doing things. But that's fine.
All right.
I'll go down PLU and then come back and hopefully it's just if you see him wandering around, just say we'll see the Commodore has gone over the PLU and still wants to catch up with you. So. Okay, good job though.
I'll catch you later.
Yeah. Doodle. Bloody 48s. I tell you what, I've never been on a 48. Smythe would make everyone's life miserable if he saw stuff like that. I'd make sure they're in uniform permanently on the war dock. Restricted to the barrack block. I'm just going to go to the PLU, just check what's up there. I'm gonna come back. Holy cow. You know what I forgot to do? Got grass back. Yay. Sheep always getting away. Excuse me. All departments. Very nice, very nice. Someone was Hoppadoo filling for the academy, returning to London surgery, eye socket, covered pass, Leeds Academy in length. They know how it functions. They know. Put notices to all departments to let them know they can utilise the academy. Recommend must depart without seeing the stream fulfilled, but must keep dream alive and gone. Good. Just check what's in here. May the 21st. I think I've seen this one. Hang on. Is that a new one? Oh crap. It's 253s. That was the owl. Grimace Hooters. It's got the food. What do they eat? Grimace Hooters. Actually, what date was that? That was... Crap, I haven't got a date on it. Can't remember when was that? I'm sure I'm sure this is one that I... When was the 21st? I'm sure this is the one I put through. Yeah. Was that last bit? Yeah, that's the one I put through. I'm 1400 years old. Wonderful. Wonderful. Ba 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 ba. Let's see if he's around. Go. ankles. Plop. Sorry, write something down before I forget. Let's see if it's still up here. Ugh. Sorry, watch. It's all good. There's absolutely nothing going on here, so no issues. Probably be a short stream tonight, to be honest. Not gonna, because usually the 48's back, stuff going on. But yeah, it's all pretty quiet. I think most of the secretaries went with Ven. I think it's more the case. You know, whenever the Admiral's on, everyone goes with the Admiral, which is fair enough. Hello, anyone here? A bit at HQ. Yeah, we can get this way. Fuck, is that a vulture? It's a bloody vulture. They are a noisy bloody thing. Oh. Knock knock.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
are you eating? I'll come back.
Oh no, just no good. You're good.
I just want to quick catch up before you head off. I'll probably head off soon because there's not much going on in a minute. So before you go, won't have to leave anyway. So yeah. So you're leaving. So anything you need me to look out for you over? You've got Silver Meadows here. We'll see.
Yeah, Silver Meadows here, but
system where I can.
Yeah, assist here where you can and assist the captains, Secretary Coloni.
Yeah. Anything ongoing that you've not quite finished off? Need me to be aware of? Fires? These vultures, I swear to God, how the hell do you like these vultures? They're so bloody noisy.
Oh, I love them. I love them.
Good God. Stick
I've
on.
always loved them.
Put them in Avery
Beautiful
outside. Can have that going on, trying to work.
For vultures.
Hmm.
I've always loved them.
Figures.
Just keep what we've started going. Especially with the commanding officers and the captains and lieutenants about timeliness.
Yeah. Any issues with the captain's houses still? Or are they kind of under control for the most part?
They've kind of gotten themselves under control. I think I've kind of helped build our relationships up with the current privateers up, especially while I was on the 48.
Yeah, heard they lost a couple.
Very balls. They lost the ship, but I did I'm pretty sure you heard me talk about it. I just hopped on the fucking screen by myself. And,
yeah.
I had to go save them.
Yeah. No, that's.
I think that gained us a lot of praise. You know, a lot of respect back.
Who was that you picked up? Just in case they come back complaining, as they usually do. Say we never do anything, so I can just drop.
Scampa Bay and Scampa and Cyprus.
Yeah, it was both of them, was it? Okay.
I'm not sure who it was that lost the ship, but it doesn't matter. I would have done it for either.
No, that's good. Are they okay though? Privateers in general?
Yes.
They kind of worked.
I believe so.
We worked well with them.
Mhm.
Okay, that's good. Get through these next few weeks, couple of weeks, whatever it is, before we go back. That'd be good. I was.
Let them know we are there for them as much as they are there for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, we've told them that plenty of time. We've just been down to PLU. There's nothing kind of new down there. So I'm sure if there's anything we'll hear, but they've gone quite quiet in general. The privateers, they seem to be quite self-sufficient for the most part now, which is where it kind of should be. The PLU was never designed to kind of constantly be chasing them up. Although it would be good to get down to see them a bit more regularly, but you know the way things are, you know they're always out patrol. You know it's hard to get down there on a patrol. But you know, see like the Logerson and Weathers and Wade and such are always out there anyway. So they
I have a
represent.
feeling it's going to be an arms race starting tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's going to be, if that's the case.
Logistics is going to be busy.
It's going to be a difficult time, I think. Especially the crew. Navy crew numbers are low. Check the boards. You know, they seem to be kind of accurate enough. I don't think there's any kind of out of the world things on there. It's just more of the case of whether these captains actually do turn up for these patrols, or if they just decide not to, which is. So the times are right. Motivation is low.
I think just to cause chaos, I'm gonna go wipe the boards one last time.
Parting gift. Yeah. No. But, as I say, I did leave them up because the times seem to be accurate, but it's more of a case of the captains not turning up on that day, which is can't be foreseen. And the deployment, things people get tired, don't they? So it's understandable. But the other thing I wanted to just check with you on, I was speaking with Wade. Obviously he's black glove bosun, as you know, so he does a lot of work with the harbour staff, restocking ships and such. But he said that it was left a lot of the times to a select few individuals restocking the ships all the time. Everyone left and went off and did relaxation things and mingling rather than helping to stock the ships.
Is he writing a report or is he just bitching and complaining?
No, he's not bitching at all. No. Oh, I'm just asking a question. Whether you noticed anything like that?
Commodore, listen. We have a lot. Non-commissioned officers can do. He's a non-commissioned officer.
I know.
He can raise his voice and he can correct things. So this is the thing. Non-commissioned officers are supposed to handle enlisted. Then commanding officers, then us. They're supposed to be a pecking order. This was brought up in the officers' meeting the other day. Wade now has the power to correct that.
I'm just asking a question. Did you notice that? It's between us two.
We honestly have so much more to deal with than that.
Yeah, that's fine. No, just asking a question. We'll get him to put it in writing though. Then I can address that once I've got that. Just to make sure. But yeah, obviously in the 48.
People have brought warehouse things to me, and I'm like, that's not my lane.
No.
The harbor house, that's not my lane.
But I know it's you who's implemented the all crews stay on board when the ship comes back from patrol to tap up and restock and then leave. So That's what I was
When
kind
it
of.
comes back from so when it comes back from patrol, no, that's not the order. From war games, that's the order.
Oh, is that
Not
just for war
patrols,
games?
we
Is it?
haven't given that. Yeah, that's
all
just
right,
for war
that's
games.
sorry. That was my assumption, and I thought
That's
that
at-
was for.
from patrols, that's at captain's discretion.
Okay.
When he hands it over to the bosuns, if the bosuns do that, that's up to the bosun. So if he is the bosun and he dismisses the crew, that's on him.
Okay. That's my assumption. I thought that was carried across for all returning
Oh,
ships regardless.
No.
So, okay.
No.
That's maybe where the confusion's coming then.
No, it's just for war games. That's to give everybody, because there's so many war games back to back.
Yeah,
back to
no,
back
speed
when you do
up.
the war games. That's why.
Yeah. It would
And
make
that is
sense.
why it was written that way.
Yeah, it would make sense on 48s as well, to be fair. Especially when they're busy like that, because if you need to get in and get out
Hell,
again.
I stayed on my ship, repairing my ship and restocking my ship by myself on the 48.
Well, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. Yeah, everyone should chipping in and getting the resources. I think it's important to do that.
Yeah, it's my ship.
But that's probably where the confusion comes in, I suppose. It's like people.
But we was also doing quick turns arounds and jumping between ships and all of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
48s are different than they are here at the Navy.
Oh yeah, no,
They're complete chaos.
absolutely. Especially this deployment. Doesn't sound like there's a lot of time to breathe over an extended period.
And also, it was not my 48.
No.
Captain Rex and Captain Huntington's.
No.
I was there as a guest.
No, absolutely. So not coming to you to say that it's your responsibility. I'm just kind of asking the question formally whether you noticed anything.
Yep.
But
I had way too much. I was 16 hours yesterday.
But I'm sure you'd agree,
Then
though.
I had to do.
Yeah.
Oh no, I completely agree.
Many hands make light work, because the bosuns are just as
They
busy,
do.
the harbour staff, fixing ships in the fights and combat, and they're kind of left to do it all themselves. But as you say, if it's down to the captains of the ship to designate that role, then I think we just need to make it clear to
Hell,
the captains
I
to make
rebuilt-
sure that.
I'll put it like this, Commodore. I rebuilt the schooner 3 times. I rebuilt my ship twice.
Busy. No, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. So Cleo wasn't on the same page with the restocking. I knew it was doing it in the war games, but I thought that was a general rule now for patrols.
On 48, sometimes we don't have those times. Sometimes the ship has to go right back out. That's why we normally have a standby ship.
Yeah.
And if somebody will stay behind to get the other ship done, and sometimes it's 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
No. It's managing the chaos, isn't it? Because if they come in for a quick turnaround again and the cart is empty, then it's going to cause even more
And Mr. Malwick
chaos.
and Mr. Malwick sometimes was staying back to get the cart loaded up, and it turned into Captain Hunting's ship went down literally in one broadside. And me and
Yeah.
Mr. Malwick and Kripke went out on the schooner.
I heard about that with
just us 3.
Huntington's ship again.
And we said, fuck it. And we did what we could, and we made somehow was pushing Theo into our shipyard and made him drop anchor. So the harbor defenses could rain hell on him.
Did we sink him? Get close to sinking? Do we know? Or
We got close to sinking him,
Managed
and
to-
we also almost sunk. We were literally on the razor's edge.
oh god. Okay, so he managed to squirm his way away again. Yeah.
If we would have had maybe 1, maybe 2 more people on there to bucket and repair while we were going, we probably could have kept him there. But yes,
How was the tandem
that's how 48s are.
sailing?
How's the 10? Oh, me
Any-
and Rex tandem together well. We fought against a galleon, probably, maybe, I don't know. It was fun. Very enjoyable fight.
Good. Oh, it sounds like an interesting well, 48 hours, I suppose.
For me, it was like 36 because I sailed back at about 8 a.m. this morning because I, best man in the wedding.
Oh.
A bunch of orders to write.
Wedding. Yeah.
Stuff.
No, I got your letter, by the way, just on PLU and stuff, so yeah, it's just what you said,
Okay.
so, but no,
Yeah, it's something to keep in your pocket. I gave Silver Meadows and Master St. Clair. It's gonna be weird calling them that. A copy as well. So if anybody tries to, how people see, somebody's away. Oh, I want to try to take that position. They can show them that.
No, say, not sure where Silver Meadows is, but you'll see him before you go again, I suppose. Just let him know that I'm here for him as well. If he needs,
yes, he knows.
Needs any support, I'll catch up with him anyway. I'll see what he's doing with the academy classes. See if he wants me to do some earlier ones. When I'm around, I can do that. Or whatever syllabus he has. If not, I can think of some stuff as well.
Yep.
Over
He
the
said
next couple of days.
He said he learned a lot of his diplomacy from you.
Oh God.
How to talk to civilians.
Yeah. It's strange having him back as an ensign though.
Well, he said he would have come back as a sailor, but that rule. Have to be a commanding officer in order to helm.
No, absolutely. I think
In combat.
within coming back
in
as
combat.
Within
combat.
But within come back as a sailor as well. To do this would be a little bit awkward for him as well, I think. I think he certainly needs that.
No desire for captain.
No, it doesn't seem to be. He does seem to have mellowed out a little bit. So
we get older, but
wiser.
We kind of unleashed ourselves at the 48. So
yeah, unwind that
like old times.
Unwind that coiled spring.
Yeah, I think I kind of let loose all of the anger and all of that.
Thank you much for the
and stress.
Resub chatty.
From the deployment.
Yeah.
The 48.
No, absolutely. Good time to do it as well. You can go get on your.
It was fun.
You taking your ship? What are you doing with your ship?
No. I put a final order for it to be scuttled, to make room, and the nameplate and parts of the keel to be shipped back when the fleet sails back. So, if for future deployments, it can be rebuilt.
Very good. Master Claire's aware of that then, so.
I will let him know the final order has been put on the ship.
Yeah, okay. But still there in a week, I'll see if it's still got the letter. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I'll say it's been a pleasure, as usual. Unfortunately, probably a couple of weeks too soon. I think there's certainly discussions to be had back in London for any potential future deployments.
Yes. And we'll speak again.
So, yeah, it's been good. But I will go and speak to Wade and see if he wants to do anything officially. But so it was just a question. He wasn't moaning. I was asking how it got on. He did mention it, but he wasn't moaning.
As soon as much moaning and everything that's been going on this deployment, I'll put it like this, Commodore. If you look at this table, there's that line. Just picture a line down the middle. This side is military.
There we're going
this
left.
Side you're on is civilian.
Going left to right, are we? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, we're going left to right. So if you think about the 5th deployment, where the turtle in the box, in between the turtle and the box, that's where it was.
Yeah.
As far as military side.
Yeah.
If you look about the end of this piece of paper, that's about where it is now towards the civilian side.
Oh, do you mean the kind of the way the Navy runs at the moment? Yeah,
the way Navy is now. Yes.
No, completely agree with that.
If we can get it close to where about the hat is on the turtle,
yeah,
I think it'd be in a good spot. It's not going to happen this deployment.
No.
It's way too fucking late for that.
Yeah, that horse is bolted, unfortunately.
Oh yes.
But if we can get it.
You remember?
Yep.
People would frequent the mess hall. They cared about the ships. Cared about going out on the water, visiting the ports. They used to have a list of interesting places: tattoo parlors, libraries, taverns. Just good civilian ports. We've lost that. When a sailor brought up lack of diplomacy missions, and I had to remind him that operations gives the orders, it is up to the captains to stop.
Yeah, that's true. It's not a case of staying on the sea. You can stop and say hello.
It's a case of stopping. Yeah, stop and check on the civilians. See how they're doing. That's why the Navy is falling out of favor with the civilians. Nobody is stopping.
Yeah.
They sail through and like, okay, no ships, on to the next.
Yeah. It's just a shame.
We've lost our way.
This building, this academy, would have gave a focus for all of that at the beginning. Say hindsight's a wonderful thing. Everyone's always more important than everyone else. You know, that type of reminding for the senior COs and the teaching of the new ones. That's all the important stuff, you know. It's the stuff we can do now to try and get it back in the head going forward.
Yeah, you can start slowly steering it in. Too much change right now will just upend it, but
I think it's just
start steering it now.
Remind them so when you go back to London and hopefully have refreshers at Portsmouth and stuff, whoever comes back, they come back with that in their head saying, oh, remember that at the end of last deployment. You know, we need to do, or we can do that. I think, there's a lot of work with the CO. But I do have some, I think we've discussed it anyway, but I have some thoughts as well to help alleviate the CO issue, but enable other people. But we'll discuss that back in London after you're recovered and such. So
it sounds good.
It's all good. We'll do that. But no, as I say, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you before I go. I'll probably head off shortly. So there's not much going on. I don't think the 48's due back for another few hours anyway. I think Rex is sailing back at 8 EST. Apparently.
That sounds good.
Usual time, so...
yes, and I received a raven that the Fleet Admiral got delayed a little bit, caught in a storm, so... The Fleet Admiral will be coming to pick me up.
Oh God, okay. Well, make sure you polish your boots.
I guess I'm that important. Yes.
Well, depends on conversation.
It feels good. Or he's going to yell at me. One of the two.
Yeah, it can be one of two ways. Have a cigar or get in the brig.
Yes.
Hopefully not the
maybe
latter.
Both.
We'll have a cigar in the brig.
Maybe both.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
last cigar in the brig.
God, that's a bit drastic. A little bit drastic. Right, okay, I'll let you finish off, carry on. Last time, Commodore.
It's been an honor. Last time.
We'll keep you
I'll talk to you in London.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated in between with letters, and hope all goes well with the eye exam. Don't come back.
Aye. Also, you see this right here.
What's that? Place get well notices on this wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you've not got any, so be the first.
I mean, I just
No.
I mean, you can make that announcement on parade. You know, people can do that. They can paste those on the wall up there.
Absolutely. Okay. But yeah, you get well after that, and so we'll be in touch.
Okay,
yeah,
Commodore.
It's been a pleasure. You take care.
It's been a pleasure. All right, Commodore.
Right. I'm gonna get lost. My God, which is a bloody way out? Freaking building. Should have gone down the stairs. I've gone a long way. Right. 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 I'm going to go and find Wade. See if he wants to do anything officially. And then probably finish, to be fair. Probably be a good thing, actually. Far too many late nights. I'm actually having to take freaking power naps during the week after work. It's like, that ain't the way it happens. Is that Wade? Oh, hello. Ah.
Prison.
Here's Troublemaker and Wade.
You get prison keys?
That's it.
I just need to speak to you briefly, Wade.
Ah, okay.
How are you, Captain Duncan?
What do you want me to do with these? What's going on?
Eat
I
them.
don't even know what's going on.
What do you do with keys?
What are these keys?
The new prison ward.
Oh. Okay, so I can put them on my keychain?
Yeah, you can go ahead. I had a rekey last week.
Oh, okay.
We have the new ward, which is in the back doors.
Oh, fantastic. All right, Smythe. Commodore, what you need?
Nothing. I'll just need a quick word with Wade, and I'll probably be heading off. It's not very busy going on around here, so I see you got a new ship. I'd look at your ship. So good job on getting that up and ready again.
Unarmored for right now. Kind of kept the same style.
Yeah,
a little
no,
bit
similar.
different.
Fat ass.
I don't know. We're gonna try it out for a little bit, and then depending on how it goes till like next week, I might go back to unarmored. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah,
I haven't even got a chance to use it yet.
Say try it. Yeah, you going to try and get a patrol out this evening? I know there's people
Sundays are usually our days off.
Okay.
If there's people that want to get out, then I'll ring the bells for sure.
Well, there's people wandering around, but say if your usual day off, no, the 48 weekends are always quiet and stuff. So just in case.
Are they even back yet?
I think Rex isn't due to leave at a normal patrol time, so I think they're leaving at 8 ESTs at Wade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
So
All right.
it's that
Well,
couple of
I'm just
hours. So.
gonna finish decorating a little bit on the ship then.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see. So I'll be heading off, but I'll be back tomorrow, and just make sure your board is up to date. Heads up. I think the Commodore's leaving gift is going to wipe the board, so don't get upset. So
I'll make sure I get it updated.
So maybe wait until later on this evening before you go to bed to check it, in case it has been wiped, so you're not having to do it twice.
Aye.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
You have a good one.
Thank you, Commodore.
Catch you later.
You as well.
They won't. No, just in regards to what
You want to go by the prison?
Yeah, just in case. Yeah. Run it. I've got the vents thing open, but I can't hear what's saying. I can only see what's happening. That's why it makes sense why the prisoner's not coming here. I just hope he's not doing some random thing. No, just a very quick one. Just spoke to the Commodore. Just mentioned about the issue with the bosun and stuff. I got it. Firstly, I misunderstood the requirement for all crew to stay on board to get the ship tapped up and restocked. That's only for war games. I thought he implemented it for patrols and war games and such, but no, it's just for war games. So it's actually down to the captain to decree what the crew does in regards to tapping up with the bosun. So it's usually a conversation with the bosun and captain on that one. So I guess that's something we can address kind of informally through the COs.
Hi.
Hello, how you doing? So if you do want to kind of raise anything, just get it to me in writing. Then we can address it the correct way that way. So
I mean,
but it's something that I can see where the confusion may come from. Well, no, but as I say, it's just making sure
I'm not
that
really bothered by it, but
no, that's what I said to him. So it wasn't kind of any issue per se. It's just kind of understanding that COs have the prerogative to decree how that's handled, and also on 48s or general patrols and such. It's ultimately their decision. So, but say if you did want to do anything, just drop a couple of paragraphs in a book for me, and then I can deal with that officially. But I can certainly raise it just as a general thing anyway.
Yeah, at the same time, it's been they're busy. There's nonstop action, so sometimes
No,
people want to
absolutely.
relax. But at the same time, everybody wants to relax. And,
yeah.
It would be easier with what you suggested.
Yeah, it's managing the chaos. There's no doubt it's chaos. So, but it doesn't mean to say everything has to be chaos. Control what we can and let the chaos reign on whatever we can't. It's just the way it goes.
Right.
But yeah.
It's just easier if we work together, get it done. Everybody can relax at the same time after.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's no big issues to say. But yeah, if you just did want to do anything, then just drop a note. But certainly something that can be brought up, because the conversation I had just now it probably is worth it to do that with the CO. So I'm gonna have a look and see what's planned for the academy over the next week or so, and probably drop something in to involve that type of with the COs and kind of bosuns and such, to that communication between each of you.
Same time. Yeah, when we do go to the 48s, we don't really have an idea of what we're getting ourselves into right away. So, there's maybe a written procedure for when we do go to 48s might be in order.
But it's ultimately the captains are in
Guidelines.
charge of the 48s. Any high command and such are there. Out with the designated ones are there as guests. If I go, well, the Commodore went. He was a guest on that. He wasn't there to run it or anything. That's down to the captains. It's the captain's responsibility to ensure the 48s run smoothly and such.
Yeah, it did go smoothly, with the exception of the one thing that I told you.
Yeah,
So.
that's fine. So that's not a huge issue. I think that's just an
It's
understanding of what can and can't be said by who and how and whatnot, and it's just having everyone on the same page for that. So I think it's an easy fix. So thank you for addressing it, and it'll be sorted out. How are you, Lieutenant?
No, I just figured it would make everything smoother if we were all on the same page. It would be easier on everybody. More relaxation in between pirate and pirate and pirate and pirate and pirate.
I don't think anyone will begrudge you that sentiment at all. So yeah, no issues on that. You okay, Lieutenant?
Speaking of pirates, ship we sunk earlier, we got one prisoner from it. The Admiral wanted them held at the 48 to see if they could bait Theo out to try and...
Yes.
They will probably be brought along later, so...
Were you on the
I
fight?
wanted to get that information across.
Were
I
you-
was not, no. We went to drop Rivers off earlier.
Oh, okay.
Engaged with the budgie smugglers on the way there. Rex came out with her ship, and, I owed him a 2v1, because he 2v1'd me the day tandems could come out. So we 2v1'd him and sunk him.
Oh, excellent.
So the prisoner will be coming back tonight then, yeah?
I think so, yes. I believe the prisoner's probably being brought back later on.
I'll probably come back around
Okay.
when
Who is
Rex
it?
and that comes back, I suppose.
Yeah. We did unfortunately lose Sailor Bishop during the...
Oh, you're joking.
We did, in fact, lose.
God damn it. Who was that to? Was that to what
To the
pirates?
fight in general.
Yeah, we're not sure who. Okay.
No, we just know his unconscious body was recovered. There were shark bite wounds on it. Redwood fished him out, but come on board our ship. And
Yeah, well, rest in peace.
Bishop was a good man. When Theo was staying here, he was standing outside the right there for hours, just standing guard. Dedicated to the Navy. That's a big loss.
Of course, today we also announced Vice Admiral Angry as
It's a what?
the Vice Admiral's been officially pronounced KO. Oh yeah.
Hopefully some of the other Vice Admirals start showing their face. He did a lot.
Did you know I got promoted 3 times? Instead of Vice Warden, people are calling me Vice Admiral on accident.
Okay, they were calling me Vice Admiral as well a few weeks ago.
No, look at me.
So be
I didn't finish the word. I didn't finish the word, okay?
be you next.
Called you Vice Commodore. What I called you Vice Commodore. I didn't finish it, it didn't count.
The sentiment was there. No, it was quite funny actually. Oh well, God. Okay.
I'm gonna trust you with
New
one of the
again?
good sets. Yep, I'm gonna trust you with one of the good sets, and I'll show you around real quick. Those are prison guard keys. I know you are accredited. I know you're trustworthy, so I feel you should have them.
I appreciate that. And I used to be prison staff in the past. Hell, I trained you to be prison staff at one point. Back in the day.
Back in the day.
That is the prison you meant. Yeah. It was bound to happen. Okay.
No responsibility, and I was a mere sailor.
Okay, I will get a book to you, sir.
Yeah. Sick.
I'll have it by the end of the night for you.
Yeah, just pop it in the mail form in the PLU. So you just use it as a training thing. I'll have a look and probably do 1 or 2 academy things before we head back. Obviously just more of reminder sessions, I think, which have been lacking from observations and such. So, but likewise, if yourselves or anyone you speak to have a good knowledge of something or want to let Silver Meadows know or Happadook and get something on the board.
I'm gonna be busy for a few.
Ah, well.
I did just update the COC list over there.
I've not really watched them. Just got my other monitor. Not really looking at it.
You might know this guy.
Yeah.
Poundsworth.
Yeah.
In front of the warden and I, he told us that he is in charge of us like the secretaries, but he is not.
In their absence, I would say he is for the most part.
He
does
so
enter the chain of command.
Yeah, he's in their absence, which is quite frequently. He would be your first port of call for matters of high command issues. Then he would obviously address it with the VAs, or if he had a other way to get hold of the secretaries, then obviously he'll do that. So he would be, yeah.
Okay, I was looking at the list, and he is equivalent with guards. So I guess
that's within the prison.
Update that.
He's not on the prison billet.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's not on the prison billet. He's part of NID, which is the overlying umbrella.
Aye. Okay, so inside the prison.
Yeah.
Right. But inside the prison, then he doesn't have jurisdiction over myself or the warden.
I would be very careful on that. I would say tread carefully. Now, obviously, the warden has over control of the prison. NID has control of the warden and the prison and all subsequent things within.
Okay.
Now, namely the secretaries, but obviously in their absence, he isn't someone who would come down and start barking orders. He would obviously work with you, and you would work with him. So if there's any issues and the secretaries are not available, then speak to him, work with him, keep it on that level.
Okay, I will
Don't
pass that
try.
on. I'll pass that down to the warden.
Don't try a tugging match on because his NID has no jurisdiction here. That's not going to end up well. He's very much trusted and respected within High Command as well as certainly NID. So obviously NID are the overall umbrella of the prison. It's the same as a PLU.
Okay.
The PLU is under obviously NID. So.
Okay. I didn't have clarity, and he kind of told us that, and we were both like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Communication is a wonderful thing within the Navy.
He
So.
presented it.
Yeah. Which is easily done.
The way he presented it, they kind of. Yeah.
Wait, we don't communicate. Why did we do that?
We just leave it to guesswork, and hopefully we'll meet in the middle at some point. At some deployment in the future. I said, I remember you saying that 3 deployments ago. But
Alright.
that might be Duncan.
Could be.
Vandal, if you don't go out, let me catch up with you after.
I'll be going to bed in a little while and get the little the additional tour from yourself, and then I'll be going to bed.
Right. I'll go to the bells and then I go to bed. Ugh. Got a cold shiver. War bells. Taking a mic. Are you taking the mic?
Didn't sound like all clear bell, so I'm gonna go check it out.
Who? What's going on? Is it war bells or is it not war bells?
I rang the summoning bells, then the war bells started going off. Apparently it's from another place. I don't know where it could be coming from.
It'll be PLU, all the trade. It'll be PLU if there's war bells. It'll be for PLU.
My question exactly,
It was
Commodore.
summoning. It was probably our summoning bells. Then someone else rung the middle one, trying to do like the chain. Didn't ring the wrong ones. Didn't give an all clear, or they happen to be ringing war bells when we.
There's a bells at the PLU. Can someone take a horse down to the PLU and make sure there's nothing going on down there?
Yeah.
Thank you. Just grab any horse out there. Thank
That
you.
was the bell by the houses. That was the bell by the houses. I couldn't see anyone that knew.
Yeah, I promise you, I just rang the summons.
No, if you can just go check the PLU, just make sure.
Okay.
Okay, that was the most confusing bells I've heard in any deployment I've ever been on. Oh my god.
Good morning then. You know.
That'd be a ding dong or a dong ding. I don't know.
Yeah, I ring the bell for a random, patrol because I'm bored and I know people are running around probably bored as well.
I think there's a bing bong.
Yeah. Hello. Okay. I rang the summon bells. That wasn't me who rang the war bells. For those just showing up, and I figured we'd do a random patrol. See about getting off the island for a little while. If anybody doesn't have about 2 to 3 hours to kill on a Sunday, you are dismissed at this time.
Don't dismiss them.
You are not dismissed at this time.
I do have something to say.
Okay, come on. Coming up.
As some of you may know, many of you might not know, I will be sailing back to London probably here in the next hour or so. So if you are going out on patrol, I want to say it has been an honor. And hopefully I will see you all on the next deployment. For King and Country.
For King and Country. Oh, well, I'll just say something quickly.
Okay.
Just to follow up on the Commodore's comment, I'm sure I'll speak for everyone here that we appreciate the work you've done in this deployment. The accreditation has been a huge amount of work for you, and I think with all the issues people have found with it, I think everyone has probably found it useful and actually enlightening in some points. I know when I've spoken with people at the PLU that haven't kind of dealt with the PLU, they've actually learned stuff and actually realised, I was actually told the PLU was actually a scary place, and afterwards they changed their opinion of it. So don't hope you go away knowing that everyone here has valued that work that you've put in on that. And also with the academy as well, if anyone was at the first academy session that was earlier today, it's actually a very, very good place for teaching and learning. Unfortunately, that didn't come in time for you to actually make the most of it, but it was a good amount of work that went into there, and I know we will endeavour to carry on that for you whilst you're away, and hopefully next deployment you can get built sooner for you to push that forward, because I know it was a very strong subject that you wanted to push for the crews here, the sailors and such. So say from myself and from the PLU staff, and also on behalf of everyone here, Commodore, we thank you for your time and effort, and we look forward to hearing back from you after your operation on your eye. So hopefully they leave you a good one in. When come back with no eyes, no good for us doing that unless they stick one in your forehead.
I have a fix
Cyclops.
for the accreditations. Don't worry, you guys will love it. It's not as fucking bad as this. Yep.
It's
you
not.
guys will love it.
It was not bad. It was eye opening. It's eye opening. But yeah. So thank you very much.
God damn it, Commodore Smythe.
Yeah.
Wait, yep. I'm not gonna do it now because you all would try to kill me. But yep.
I will say, Commodore Kalani, it has been a goddamn pleasure, sir.
Aye, same, Captain.
Aye, sir.
You're here.
You're
Aye,
here.
sir.
All right, get him out there.
Aye. My ship can take 15. If more than 15 want to go, we can also take a schooner. That is on the table. So, if you don't have 2 to 3 hours to kill, you are dismissed.
Duncan, I'm not sure if you had a plan, but when you go out, try and stop off at some civilian ports, just to say hello.
Yeah, sure.
Also,
Absolutely.
for just the last thing of being a chaos menace, I'm clearing the board tonight.
Yeah, I was already warned. I was already warned.
Commodore Smythe, I didn't see anything
All right.
that flew. It was all quiet there.
Perfect. Thank you very much for checking there.
Very good.
Of course.
All right. For those that do want to go ahead and fill in the line.
Mr. Morgan, if I could grab you for just a moment after you've before you go. I appreciate
Aye.
it.
I'll show you later.
Okay, so that's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus me.
Stallings on the ship.
Y'all just, huh?
Stalling is on your ship already, so.
Okay, so that's 9. Y'all just take a schooner.
That's fine.
Whatever you want to do, Cap. Fine.
Yeah, let's just take a schooner out. All right, well, let's go. Everybody at back parade, you are dismissed. Thank you all for coming up. Thank you.
Which one?
All right. Have a wonderful night.
Medical accreditation at the hospital for anyone who hasn't got it.
All right, let's go find us a schooner to take out.
Have fun.
Can you put my name on the list? I gotta talk to Longfield real quick.
Can you put mine and
Aye, Commodore.
Stallings' names
Will
down
do.
on the list?
Mhm.
I'm gonna go grab her from Cap's ship.
Are you both
Does anybody
onesies?
have like a particular
Yep.
place they would like to visit and say hello?
Oh, well, there you are.
Where'd he go?
All good.
That man just vanished.
No for them. Right, I'm gonna go. So I'll be back tomorrow. To say if you need any assistance, Subduke, or anything, let me know. Commodore's absence, I've already said that to him. So yeah, lean on me as much as you need to. I'll put the weight on where I can, and yeah. But other than that,
Understood, Commodore.
Once again.
Appreciated. Thank you.
Have a good evening. Good luck, Commodore, and we'll catch up back in London at some point.
All right.
Good night, Commodore.
Yeah. See you later, Silver Meadows. Do not sit too close to that noose. I don't see you swinging. They're sitting on the gallows. What the fudge? What the fudge? Right. Urgh. Right. We'll catch up with Silver Meadows and Huppadook tomorrow. Get the stuff sorted out. See what reports come back from the 48. I really want to get out. I need to get out to see Siren's Call and Scamper Bay at some point. What do you mean, well? Well, what? Has he let Arlington go? It's not meta. You could tell me something that's happening in PLU now, and I can just completely ignore all of it. But there may be one or two people in chat that maybe don't want to hear it, so. But I'm sure there isn't. I'm going to be going to sleep now. Is he on his way? Because the lieutenant told us that there's a prisoner due back at some point this evening. Yeah, I'm gonna go because I am tired. This last kind of 7 weeks. How long has this season been going? 7 weeks? 8 weeks? I've been doing like 2 a.m. to finish. It's like I just don't take the opportunity to leave. I'm actually pretty exhausted, and I end up getting caught in stuff that ends up taking hours. So it's like 2:30 by the time I finish. So I am gonna take the opportunity tonight to finish. The main thing is I got on like I wanted to for the academy class. Managed to say goodbye to the Commodore. Do those bits of things. So that's been a successful short stream. But I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not going to bother raiding anyone. Kind of know what's out there. I'm just going to finish. I'll be back tomorrow. Same time as usual. Around about 9:30 UK time. 4:30 EST. And yeah, we'll see what we're going to be getting up to there. So do that. Do that. And I'll speak to you soon. Good night.